Hi, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to your Fast Track to 7 a.m. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ashlyn Hill.
And I'm Alex Larson. Breaking news this morning out of Iowa, where a train bridge connecting North Sioux City to Riverside collapsing after it was hit hard by floodwaters.
Yeah, take a look at your screen. This is video of the bridge buckling again under the heavy amount of flooded waters last night. That strain causing it to collapse, snapping near the middle of the bridge.
Emergency services have been evacuating people in that region throughout the night as those floodwaters continue to rise.
And we have an update on the missing Otter Tail County man, Robert Shaw.
The sheriff's office is now asking for your help. They're asking for people able to search on foot in heavily wooded and marshy areas. That search is going to happen at 8 a.m. The meeting spot is 21791 State Highway 29 near Henning, Minnesota.
You are also urged to download the app called Caltopo. It's to assist with tracking in the areas that have been searched. Robert Shaw is said to be 5'10", 160 pounds. He has dementia. You are urged to look in any outbuildings. Also, if you have any deer or surveillance cameras, you're asked to review those to see if there is any activity of Shaw as well.
And if you do have any information about Shaw, you're asked to call that number up on your screen. That's 218-998-8555. One person is dead after a motorcycle crash just 3 miles outside of Wolf Lake in Becker County, Minnesota.
39-year-old Travis Hanks crashed into a U.S. postal van on Saturday afternoon, and when emergency crews got on scene, Hanks was pronounced dead. According to police, the van was crossing the eastbound lane, entering a driveway when that crash happened. The driver of the van was not injured. We have a traffic alert for drivers in Fargo beginning today.
It started up at 6 a.m. Both the northbound and southbound lanes of 25th Street South are reduced now to 1 lane of traffic in each direction. That's between 27th and 32nd Avenue South. That lane closure is going to allow for asphalt surface repairs to be completed.
The road is expected, though, to fully reopen by the end of the day Friday, and we have a traffic impact alert for drivers in Otter Tail County.
Starting today, both directions on I-94 between Dalton and Ashby will see lane closures. That closure is so crews can install traffic control devices and start building crossovers for the upcoming bridge replacement project on eastbound I-94.
The Minnesota Department of Transportation says the lane closures are expected to last 2 weeks, after which the eastbound traffic will be directed onto the westbound lanes while crews begin work on the eastbound I-94 bridge. That will last through November. Well, it's Monday morning, but also a first alert weather day to kick off a brand new week here across the region. We're sending things over to meteorologist Lisa Green for a look at the severe details. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, a couple of rounds of storms today, and on top of that, we've got heat too coming our way. So a tough start to our week here as we're talking about that severe weather risk. So again, for today, we're looking at timing happening in the afternoon and evening for that threat for some of those supercell type thunderstorms. Though I don't want to rule out the possibility for some stronger storms this morning, and some are moving through the valley as we speak. We'll take a look at that in a moment. But for this afternoon, here's a look at our risk. You can see we are under a slight risk for a lot of places this afternoon in eastern North Dakota and basically much of Minnesota, and then a marginal risk in the green. So level 2 in the slight risk out of 5. Now, types of severe weather, well, it depends on what we see this afternoon. If we get the thunderstorm development, and all the ingredients are going to have to come together at the right time for that to happen today. If it does, we're looking at the big thunderstorms that can produce all types of severe weather, including large hail, damaging wind gusts, and even an isolated tornado. So it's something we'll be watching for again throughout the day. But there's even, again, strong storms moving through the valley right now. This is our live view in Devil's Lake. You can see the wet pavement there, that dark sky in the distance. Some storms have been moving through that Devil's Lake area. Fargo, not quite here yet. We're at 68 degrees, wind out of the east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. It's 66 degrees in the Moorhead area. Grand Forks also starting to see some darkening, but not quite getting the rain just yet in the Grand Cities. Our temperature there, 62, and the air is calm right now in that area. Let's take a look at what we've got going on the radar. So in Fargo, Grand Forks still pretty quiet, but those storms moving through eastern parts of North Dakota are producing some heavy rain. There's some lightning associated with them, and it looks like around that New Rockford area we could be seeing some potential hail associated with that storm. So we'll be watching that one closely. Yes, a couple of stronger storms even moving through this morning. This round sweeps through. We get that break again midday, and then that potential next round comes our way. So here's a look at our planner. Expect to see temperatures soaring by the time we get into the 4 o'clock hour. We're into those upper 80s in Fargo. I think we have a good shot of getting to 90 degrees today, and that is our forecast high. but also featuring, again, chances for rain and thunder. So you can see that possibility later this morning for Fargo, and we may see it again later on tonight. So we're going to be watching this closely. You can always turn to the Valley News Live weather app for the latest details. We'll be updating videos on the app, helping to explain what's going on with the atmosphere and keeping you up to date on those temperatures too. It's going to be a hot one today with those heat index values getting into the 90s.
Yeah, man, oh man, it's been a severe summer so far.
We are definitely in the thick of things when it comes to all of this rain and that severe weather threat too today to start off the week. And we may see more strong storms and heavy rain by the end of the week too. So got to stay weather aware.
Yeah, wow, it just keeps on coming.
Yes.
Thank you, Lisa. Happening this Saturday, the Plains Art Museum is hosting its Anything But Typical Night.
Yeah, how fun. This big event aims to bring together the neurodivergent community, specifically for discussions, celebration, and connection.
And that's where we find the Valley Today's Tatum Miller this morning, live at the Plains Art Museum, speaking with the man who made it all happen. Good morning, Tatum.
Good morning, ladies. That's right. We're outside the Plains Art Museum with John David Bertle. You may have seen his face on NDT getting a little crafty, but we're talking about something different today. And you have this event coming up, Anything But Typical, and it kind of focuses on the neurodivergent community. You were diagnosed with autism when you were 30 years old.
Yep.
So what's your goal for this event?
To bring people together, to allow them to feel at home in their hometown. Okay? That's what I've been saying, to feel understood, to feel accepted, to feel welcomed, you know.
That's fantastic. So what kind of conversations do you want to provoke on Saturday?
Ooh. So, what are these symptoms like for you? What is this diagnosis like for you? What is this type of life or type of perspective like for you? You know, whether it's autism, ADHD, OCD, Tourette's, dyslexia, dyscalculia, you know, and so many more. You know, just to see how we experience some of the same things, you know, that we're all human. Gosh, I say, you know, well, we all have a condition. It's called the human condition. And some of us are a little more human sometimes than others.
Right.
You know?
So it's all about bringing this community together. You have
Absolutely.
a ton of activities planned. Do you want to give me a little rundown of what's
Sure.
going to happen?
Yes, I'll be providing an art activity on the first floor, and there'll be a meet and greet area on the first floor, board games and snacks at noon. You know, board games will be going throughout the entire day. Yeah, the second floor will be sort of self-soothing and calming, you know, for people who need that sort of thing, if they need to disengage a little bit. Third floor will be businesses, and the documentary film that I'm working on will be shown there, and there'll be Legos, you know.
Who doesn't love Legos?
I don't, people who step on them, like, ah!
That's true. So how are these businesses planning to help out this community?
Oh, so they're going to talk about the services that they provide, the type of support that they provide, you know, their type of commitment, their type of involvement. You know, I had said making their passion their mission, you know, making certain that problems get solved, you know, that people don't isolate, they integrate, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I know this is your second year doing this event.
Yep.
We had a great turnout last year with 150 people. So
Yes,
we're going
thank
to
you,
try to
Fargo Library.
keep it growing, right? How many
Yes.
people do you want?
All of them.
All of them. We
All
want
of them.
too many.
There's no target audience when you're being inclusive.
Perfect. I love the way you put that. Thank you so much for joining me, John David. And we will check in with you guys one more time about this event. I'm Tatum Miller for Valley News Live. Back to you at the studio.
Come one, come all. I love how he phrased that, actually. That was perfect.
Yeah, how cool is that? Thank you so much for that live look, Tatum.
And again, the Anything But Typical event is happening this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Plains Art Museum. Well, to celebrate the opening of gymnastics, City USA and the U.S. Olympic Team Trials, USA Gymnastics, and Minnesota Sports are all hosting an event at Target Plaza happening today.
Now, this is the first time Minneapolis will host the Olympic trials in gymnastics. That's going to happen at Target Center from Thursday, June 27th through Sunday, June 30th. During the Olympic trials, fans will be able to experience the ambiance of Paris at a street fair with entertainment, music, food, and fun.
And you can learn all about this. Head on over to our website, valleynewslive.com. Click on this summer. A big reminder, the Summer Olympics officially start on July 26th, and you can watch on KVLY. We'll take a look at this. Yesterday morning, Fargo Police Department and the Fargo Fire Department assisting each other with the rescue of 7 baby ducklings, all from a storm drain.
Yeah, Mama Duck was nowhere to be found, but luckily a Fargo PD officer who lives on a farm adopted those baby ducks. As a reminder, if you do come across animals in need of help, please call the Red River Regional Dispatch Center.
Well, the Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start. In the meantime, stay safe on a First Alert weather day. Thank you so much for waking up and joining us here on the Valley today. I'm Ashlyn Hill.
I'm Alex Larson. See you tomorrow.